Hey dolls, I'm back with another Makeup Choices of the Week basket, and I want to go ahead and show you girls what I'm going to be wearing on my face all week. I decided to do a little bit of a higher end makeup basket this week using some MAC products because we are in the fall months. So I find that in the summer I'm able to wear some of the store brand items a lot easier than in the winter because it isn't as heavy duty and it doesn't really matter. You can just use any type of contouring powder to build up some of these lighter foundations. However, now that we're in the, fall going into winter months, I'm going to transition over to another foundation, which if you follow me on Instagram, I did pick up this foundation on mistake. I meant to get the MAC Pro Longwear waterproof that comes in the tube, and I didn't even check the bag before, or even, should I say, at the counter. They just totaled it up and that was it. So I ended up getting the Pro Longwear foundation, and this is in the shade NW45, which I did watch some reviews on this foundation, and it's full coverage, and supposedly it's better. So I mean, maybe the waterproof I could use for the summer months and the spring months, but this may work out. I do love the fact that it has a pump, so I don't have to pour it on the back of my hand or in my brush or whatever the case may be. So that's going to be my foundation all week. I decided to grab the full-size bottle of the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus. This isn't the fragrance kind. I don't really... The fragrance that I wanted was coconut, and they didn't have that in the MAC store that I went to, not in the large store or in the counter that was in Macy's. So I decided to just get the original formula, and this is the Fix Plus Prep and Prime. Girls, if you have never used this, please go out and get it. It just gives your face such like a vibrant glow to it. It's not really a setting powder. I'm sorry, a setting spray, but it's definitely a good finishing spray, in my opinion. And I'm oily, so it definitely works for me. It gives that powdery makeup like a pop, and it doesn't look as cakey on your skin. For concealer, I'm going to be using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer in 2 shades. Again, the last time I went to the MAC store, this is an NW45. I got the wrong shade. The guy was totally convinced that I should get my same color, which defeats the purpose. I think he was just doing that to be spiteful. I get a lot of bad times with MAC counter people. I don't know if he was being funny or thinking as if I don't know my stuff, but he's like, get the same color as your skin. Either way, I like the product, but it is too dark for a highlighting powder, concealer. So I went ahead and got a sample of the Pro Longwear Concealer in an NW40, which as you guys can see is a couple shades lighter, which absolutely would make sense when it comes to highlighting the face. So I'm going to be using this, which more than likely I'm going to love it because I do love the NW45, and I'll probably get the full-size bottle. I also picked out my same everyday studio concealer, and this is what I use to do my eyebrows. This is also in an NW45. Okay, now let's move on to the eyes. For the eyes, I'm using the Maybelline The Nudes. Everybody should know what that looks like. It's just every nude color or taupey brown shade or even a black smoky that you could use for nude eye looks. I'm going to make the lips the focal point of my looks this week, so I'm definitely going to be using nude eyes all week long. Next, I have a trio eyeshadow palette by Clean Color, which I don't use it as an eyeshadow. These shades are absolutely gorgeous. I actually spent like $2.99 for this. I think, I'm not sure because I know Tika Tenacious gifted me one, and then I bought another one. So I think this is the one that I bought. And these shades, I went ahead and did some swatches, and I'll show them to you later on. But they are absolutely gorgeous, and they're very comparable to high-end highlighters, believe it or not. Next, I pulled out the Gold Deposit by MAC. I'm going to be using these two in conjunction with each other. I'll probably lay down this as a base and put the Gold Deposit on top. Sometimes I find that the Gold Deposit is a little too chunky for my preference for the look. Sometimes if I want a more subtle look, I'll go for just the trio on its own. For my blush this week, I pulled out the Milani Red Vino. Perfect color for women of color, deeper skin tones, and it's gorgeous. It has some gold reflex in it. It is a baked blush, and I absolutely love these blushes by Milani. I also pulled out the MAC powder in Dark Deep. You guys, everybody knows what this is. This is the mineralized skin finish. I pulled out my Sephora Micro Smooth Trio, which I am going to use some of the blush from this week along with the other two shades. For my under eye setting powder, I'm going to be using the HD by Ruby Kisses Set It and Forget It. It's a 16-hour flawless rub proof wear, and this is in the shade Banana. Okay, let's get to the lips. Oh, wait, can't forget this gorgeous pigment. I know you guys see that. It is absolutely gorgeous. It's probably reading like an orange shade through the camera, but it's like a really chunky gold glitter color. And just to give some of these flat nude eye looks some oomph, I'm probably going to add some of this glitter here. And I'm going to adhere it with my Hard Candy Showgirl Secret Glitter Glue. So let's move on to the lips. For the lips, I'm going all MAC for the most part this entire week. And I went ahead and swatched the shades that you see here. We have MAC Stone. We have Evening Rendezvous, which on my Instagram picture I called it Midnight Rendezvous. My apologies, you guys. This is Evening Rendezvous. It's out of the holiday collection. Then I have MAC Sin. Then we have a couple of Viva Glams. I'm doing the Miley, and I'm also doing the Nikki, along with the Miley Gloss. And then my favorite lip gloss by MAC Period is the Instant Gold. And I also have like a no-name brand. This came from the dollar store, but it's a gorgeous color. It's a good color to put on top of that Evening Rendezvous by MAC. So I'm going to try it out. And it is a lot more clear than what it appears in this bottle. It doesn't show up as pigmented as that shade. So let me just go ahead and show you what those colors look like. So from my left to right, we have the MAC Sin. I'm sorry, MAC Stone is the first shade, that brownish shade that you see there. Then we have the Evening Rendezvous, which is my new baby to my MAC collection. Then we have the MAC Sin, MAC Miley Cyrus, and MAC Nicki Minaj. Okay, I'm probably going to use the Nicki Minaj as a center color or even just line it with some pencils because as you can see, that is a really bright shade. I did choose like a burgundy shade pencil. This is by Nika K, which I'm probably going to line with that. And I also picked out a nude lip color for whatever reason. And this is by NYX in the shade Natural. Looks like that. I also have my e.l.f. mascara, 3-in-1, defines and volumizes your lashes. I really love this because it has a dual brush. Like the brush is like a regular mascara brush and a like ball looking brush, all in one brush. So I love that. Sorry, I'm using one hand. Otherwise, I would have showed it to you guys. So let me go ahead and show you guys what the highlight looks like in this little tiny clean color trio. Okay, absolutely gorgeous. Those are these 3 shades that you see here in the center. Go ahead and focus, camera. Do you see that? The shade that you see here to the furthest right is the MAC Gold Deposit. And then the reddish shade that I have here is the blush by Milani in Red Vino. But I mean, not for nothing, these 3 center shades really do stand up to, like, I don't know, my BH Cosmetics highlighter palette. So the Wild and Radiant, these colors are so similar and they are gorgeous and very, very pigmented. So for like $1.99, you can't go wrong. So yeah, that's all of my lip swatches. These are all of my highlighter and blush swatches. Like I said, this is a little bit more of a higher end makeup basket this week. And as you guys can see, I don't have any MAC shadows. I love MAC, but I do not own one MAC shadow. I don't know why. I don't know. I am definitely going to hop on the bandwagon for the holidays and get myself MAC'd out. But until then, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed these items. Oh, last but not least, perfume, fragrances. I decided to throw this in the basket. I am going to use my favorite scent by Bath & Body Works, and this is Beautiful Day. And I really, really love Saks Fifth Avenue fragrances, so I got a sample of the Bond No. 9, and this fragrance is in Central Park West. They're very, very expensive. They want $100 for a bottle of this, so I definitely had to get a sample. I also have the Bond 9 Saks Fifth Avenue perfume, so when I went in and picked that up, I got a sample of this, which smells amazing, but I just can't see myself spending $100 on a lotion, like, not at all, when there's so many palettes coming out that I could purchase. But yeah, so I figured, let me get a try. If I love it that much, then maybe. So this is like the longest makeup basket video I've ever filmed, so hopefully you guys have stuck around to the end, and definitely stay tuned for photos on Instagram as well as a face of the day video as soon as I can get one up. Alright, so I'll talk to you dolls later. Bye.